Absolutely surprising news for Joe Gibbs Racing fans is the number 18 car is gone for the 2023 season in NASCAR. Yes, Joe Gibbs Racing is retiring the number 18 vehicle from the NASCAR Cup Series for the 2023 season, and Ty Gibbs will drive the number 54 car. So, hello Nascarians, welcome back to NASCAR Zone. In today's video, we will give you a quick go-through of the relationship of the number 18 car with JGR over the years. But before we begin, do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. At Phoenix Raceway, Kyle Busch completed his farewell race with Joe Gibbs Racing in the number 18 car, earning his 7th place finish. And now Busch will be driving for Richard Childress Racing, beginning with the next racing season. On the other hand, if we talk about the number 18 racing car going forward, it will be replaced. Ty Gibbs will be behind the wheel of the number 54 car. So now let's discuss the past of Joe Gibbs Racing's number 18 vehicle. When Joe Gibbs Racing first competed in the NASCAR Cup Series in 1992, Dale Jarrett was the driver of the number 18 vehicle, which earned the team a coveted spot in the annals of the team's illustrious past. Since then, the number 18 car has held a remarkable place in the annals. Even though the season wasn't very good, things are only going to get better from here on out. When Dale Jarrett won the Daytona 500 in 1993, it was Joe Gibbs Racing's first victory in the Cup Series of their whole careers. It was a huge turnout, and it was not the organization's only success. Jarrett won later in the year at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Bobby Labonte became a member of the NASCAR Hall of Fame after taking over the number 18 car following the conclusion of the 1994 season. Labonte remained with the company for a total of 11 years and won 21 races during that time, including the inaugural Cup Series championship for Joe Gibbs Racing in the year 2000. Yelly would succeed Labonte after the conclusion of the 2006 season. However, he would not do well in either of the last two seasons. It would also symbolize the organization's final two seasons with Chevrolet, which it had been using up to that point. Since his debut in the racing world during the 2008 season, Kyle Busch has been unstoppable. In the same year, Busch won the inaugural race for Toyota in the NASCAR Series, held at Atlanta Motor Speedway. During his rookie season with Joe Gibbs Racing, the young driver amassed an impressive tally of 8 victories. He would go on to become the most successful driver in the history of the team and Toyota, winning 56 races while he was a part of the corporation. People's minds would automatically go to Busch whenever they considered one of those two scenarios. Busch rebounded from an incident in which he injured his leg and foot during a NASCAR Xfinity Series race held at Daytona International Speedway in 2015 to win the first championship in the number 18 vehicle since Labonte. The accident occurred during the race at Daytona International Speedway. Do you also think that the number 18 car was a remarkable thing for JGR? Let us know in the comments section below, and do subscribe to our channel for future updates. It would be the first of 2 championships that Busch would win, as he would repeat the feat in 2019 at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Unfortunately, Busch and Joe Gibbs Racing did not have a happy conclusion to their narrative in this particular race. Mars, who had been Busch's longtime sponsor, would depart the sport, and the two parties would be unable to come to an agreement about anything. Despite the fact that he has won a race for the organization in each of the previous 7 seasons, the 37-year-old driver will be moving to Richard Childress Racing. And now, Ty Gibbs is going to establish his own name and reputation for himself. Gibbs finished his first full-time season in the NASCAR Xfinity Series with 7 victories, 16 top 5 finishes, 23 top 10 finishes, and an average finishing position of 9.2 in the number 54 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Gibbs went on to win the 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship. The driver, who is only 20 years old, will take over for Busch in the NASCAR Cup Series program that the organization runs, but it won't be in the number 18 car. In its place, his Xfinity Series number will be shown. When Casey Can left Hendrick Motorsports following the conclusion of the 2017 season, the organization found itself in a scenario similar to the one discussed before. William Byron was supposed to drive the number 5 vehicle, but after Chase Elliott received the number 9 car, he was moved into the number 24 car instead. The Hendrick Motorsports team's main vehicle was the number 5 car. It was the first number that the organization used in the Cup Series, but they didn't use it again until Kyle Larson joined the team in 2021. Gibbs needs to establish his own name and reputation for himself. Although it would be an amazing accomplishment to follow in the footsteps of Jarrett, LeBont, and Busch, people will always think about the former two-time champion that he replaced. Since Gibbs raced in the Xfinity Series with the car with the number 54 for the 2022 season, it is logical to continue using that number for him going forward. It does not necessarily imply that the number 18 automobile is no longer in existence either. What do you think was the number 54 car lucky for Ty Gibbs in winning Xfinity Series? Let us know in the comments section below, and do subscribe to our channel for future updates. Kyle Busch announced 2 months ago that he would be leaving Joe Gibbs Racing and driving for Richard Childress Racing in the next Cup season. Kyle Busch was a driver for Joe Gibbs Racing for 15 years. During that time, he won 56 races and 2 Cup Series championships, making him one of the most successful drivers in the history of the series. The full-time entry of Joe Gibbs Racing into the Cup Series comes soon after Busch's announcement. Busch's departure from JGR comes after a rough season for the team. The team has been having trouble finding a sponsor and making sure of Busch's financial security after Mars Incorporated ended its partnership with the team and NASCAR at the end of the 2022 season. Because of these things, Busch has decided to leave. The next season, there will be more than just Gibbs moving up to the Cup Series. Chris Gale, who was Gibbs' crew chief last year and led his team to the Xfinity Series championship, will also be given a promotion and stay in that position. Gale has been working as Eric Jones' crew chief in NASCAR's Top Series since the 2020 season, and the 2023 season will be his return to the series in that role. Gale has been a Cup crew chief for 2 years. Between 2018 and 2019, he won 2 races. These wins happened in 2018 and 2019. Aside from winning the Xfinity Championship in 2022, he has also won 37 races while working as a crew chief in the Xfinity Series. Gibbs' first full-time season in the NASCAR Cup Series will start at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum on February 5 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with the Busch Light Clash. Gibbs has finished making his plans for the next season, and these plans are now set in stone. Then, on February 19 at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, he will make his first Cup points start for JGR in the 65th Daytona 500 at Daytona International Speedway, which will be shown on Fox. Sammy Smith, who is slated to become a full-time member of Joe Gibbs Racing's Xfinity Series program, beginning in the 2019 racing season, is at the forefront of Joe Gibbs Racing's search for its next generation of racing talent. It is possible that the organization will bring back the number 18 vehicle as soon as Smith is ready to compete in the Cup Series. This season, the driver, who is only 18 years old, has been competing in the Xfinity Series, as well as the ARCA Menard Series, utilizing the number. Gibbs should stick with the number that he won within all 3 of the highest levels of competition in the sport, since it is only logical for him to do so. Do you also think that Gibbs should stick with the number that made him win in 3 competitions? Let us know in the comments below. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more of our incredible videos. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.